Hey everybody, it's Jen. Welcome back to the channel. I'm coming to you from a very dramatic vantage point. This is my primary bedroom and primary bathroom. It's going to be a little bit echoey because things are still under construction. But today's video is a full wardrobe declutter. We had to move everything out of our primary closet in order for this project to move forward, which has actually presented me with an interesting opportunity. We have not moved in almost 10 years, and a lot of times moving is a great time to declutter, to pare down, to go through things. And I decided to make this opportunity, when we had to move everything out of the closet anyway, like the world's best decluttering opportunity. And what I have done, and what you're going to see, is me doing it in 15-minute chunks over a period of 5 days. So I never felt overwhelmed. It never felt like too much. I went very specifically to one hanging rack and like one box to make sure that I never had more to declutter than I could manage. I made some really challenging decisions, and throughout I'm going to talk to you about why I chose to keep what I kept, why I chose to release what I released, and I'm really working towards, with my wardrobe, getting to more of a capsule wardrobe, and this process really is helping me along that path, and I'm really glad that you're here. If you know anything about me, you know that I do love fashion. Sadie, be careful. But I also really love high quality pieces that last a very long time. Also, over the years, I have worked with quite a few clothing brands. I am no longer working with clothing brands. I'm going to talk more about that later in the video. But my desire is really to have a well-curated wardrobe of pieces that fit me well, that fit my current lifestyle well, and that are somewhat timeless. I'm always going to add in a few pieces to go with the trends. I'm always going to try to look up to date. However, I do try to invest in pieces that will stand the test of time. So it was time. It was time to pare down. And I think the number one mistake most of us make when we go to declutter our closets is we try to do too much. We try to do what the KonMari method was, which was take every piece of clothing that you own and throw it on your bed and take forever. To me, that just makes me want to burst into tears. I need things in small, manageable bites. It's that old expression, how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time, which I actually hate and I don't know the origin of, but it does paint a good visual picture of we're taking this enormous task, we're breaking it down into manageable pieces, and we're going to do it in 15-minute increments over 5 days. So let's get started. Okay. It is a Saturday. We are here in my office, and what I have here is one rack of clothes. So this is going to be my very number one rule for closet decluttering. Do not try to do your whole closet at once. I know, I'm going to sit for a minute so I can be more steady-handed, but I know that KonMari method has you take absolutely every piece of clothing and put it like on your bed or whatever. That is a nightmare to me. I just know I need small bites. So we're going to go with one rack of clothing. Maybe you're going to go with one drawer. We are not going to overthink this. We are going to go through. We're going to try to quickly make decent decisions about what on this rack. And by the way, these are like my most worn clothes. So this might be a little bit challenging for me, but I'm going to go through and I'm going to try to declutter. How many things, Lenny? 5 things. Let's make that our goal. 5 things eliminated from this group right here. Do you think we can do it, Lenny? Do you think we can do 5 things decluttered? I feel like we can do it. Ready, set, go. this is the pile of things that I released that has been in my closet so long without being worn that there's literal dust on it, if you can believe. Some of you can believe that. Things I released. Things that just don't work for my life. This Spanx dress, absolutely smashing on me. Unless I all of a sudden either get invited to a funeral on Dynasty or become a lawyer, I don't know where I'm wearing this dress. I don't even know what I was thinking when I bought this dress. It's a beautiful dress, does not fit my lifestyle. So make sure, like we've talked about before, that the clothes in your closet go with the lifestyle that you currently lead. This does not fit the bill for me. This little dress I got in a Stitch Fix box. It was too small for me from the moment I got it. I've never even worn it for that reason. This is another one that is a Coldwater Creek velvet long coat from the 90s. I actually really love it. The problem is my shoulders have gotten broader, both from because I work out differently now and just age, and it doesn't fit me. It's not comfortable. And I mean, I could wear it if I just stood still, but it's a beautiful coat. And I think especially with the holidays coming up, that would be really lovely for someone. So that is a good donatable item. This is a little black dress that is from Ann Taylor. It's nothing special. It is polyester, and I've owned it since 1999, and it's just time to release it. It doesn't look particularly flattering on me, and it's just time for it to go. This is a little top that I just don't care for. Again, something that I wore when I was working and was having to dress up more. Doesn't fit my life anymore. And even when I do dress up, that's not really my style. This little Draper James dress, I actually love, but again, now that I'm like working out differently and I have a lot more muscle mass in my shoulders and back, it doesn't look cute on me anymore. I don't know what happened, but the last time I went to try this on, I was like, no, it's just not working for me. So we are releasing that. So 6 items are going. A couple things you guys saw me take off that came back, like this little Coldwater Creek dress. Not Coldwater Creek, Vineyard Vines. I love this dress. I love the style of it. I love everything about it. I hate ironing it. So I think, even though it pains me, I'm just going to pay to have it dry cleaned because that way I'll wear it. Like it's expensive to dry clean it, but otherwise it just sits here and I don't wear it. And I really do love it. And it's perfect for fall. So I'm actually going to take that off the hanger so that I can drop it off at the dry cleaner. Speaking of which, I just realized I forgot to drop off my husband's dry cleaning. Oopsie, need to go run do that. Let's see, what was the other one? I feel like there was one other thing that I guess that was the only one that I like put in the go pile and then took back out. A few other pieces. I need to just get better about ironing. Like I love this J. Crew top. I actually bought it from Poshmark, but I never remember to iron it. And you know how when you're in a hurry to go out the door, that needs to be ironed. So really, I just need to be better about taking care of the clothes that I have. But yeah, not bad. Not a huge pile, but not bad. It is the next day. So this is day 2 of our closet clean out. I've done the exact same thing that I did before. I took the clothes that were the keepers. I've put those somewhere else. Now I've filled up the rack again with a new set of clothes to sort through. I actually don't have that many clothes. I really do a good job of editing, but it's because I curate on a regular basis that I think I don't get overwhelmed when I go to get dressed. I know that everything fits, but seasonally, it's a good idea for me to get in here and do this. So we're going to do the same exact thing with these pieces. I already know there's a couple that are going to be painful, but I'm going to have to release. We can do hard things. And keep in mind, if you're really not sure, one really great tip is to put the items in a box in a room somewhere else in your house. And if you don't think about it for a whole season, then you can release it. Like if it's not in your mind and you're like, where is that one piece that I love? Then you can go get it and you know where it is. But if you don't even think about it, it's probably okay to release it. So let's get started on this next group. I'm actually feeling like I was worried that I had accumulated too many clothes. And I'm going to talk about working with brands and clothing hauls in just a minute. But first, let's get this done. Let's make a goal. This isn't a very big group. So let's make a goal of releasing just 3 items. let's go over what I released this time. This top is very, very pilled. And this is a great example. Whoops, Lenny wants to be let in. Hold on, Mr. Len, we're coming. Come on. What was I saying? Scooby's here too. This top is very pilled. I love the top. It served me well. I wore it a million times, but it is outlived its usefulness, so that needs to be released. This pains me. I always wanted a Tory Burch tunic. I could never afford a Tory Burch tunic. I bought this on Poshmark. I have never worn it. I think I wore it in one video. The thing is, the tunic shape as a girl with hips does not work for me. If I buy them that are large enough that they fit my butt, they're way too big on the top, and I've tried, and this does not work. So this is going to be released. So there you go. I'm very sad about that, but she needs to go. This blazer I bought for my interview with the Container Store. Some of you know I was an operations manager for them for many years, and it's not a bad blazer, but I don't like the fabric. It is, and I think it will serve someone very well who's like going on their first job interview or whatever. Not great quality, and it's nothing's wrong with it. I just don't wear it anymore. Also, I don't really have much of an opportunity for a businessy blazer, so that is going. This is a Kate Spade denim jacket. It's a beautiful jacket. There's nothing wrong with it. I just have another denim jacket that is much more comfortable, that Vineyard Vine ones that has a lot of stretch to it. This denim is very, very stiff, and even though this jacket looks really sharp on, I find myself never pulling for it because it's just not comfortable. It's just really, really stiff, and it bugs me. So another really great piece that I have loved well. Thank you for serving me, but is going away. This is from Castellon. I wore this a lot for travel. However, this is kind of gone a little bit out of style. It will probably come back. It is a great outer layer for traveling because it has pockets, but I don't love the neckline on this. And I think I am ready to release it and let it go. So we're going to let that go. These were from Lily Silk. They were sent to me. They are adorable on. They are very uncomfortable for me. Again, because I'm kind of hippie. They're silk. They're gorgeous. But I am going to release those as well. There we go. And we are left with that. And how many pieces did we release? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, no. Yeah, 6. 6 pieces released. So, wow. That was better than I thought. And then this is all we have left. And these are all items. This one, you might have seen me. I don't know if you could tell when I sped it up. This shirt, cost per wear, is down to like cents. It is starting to be threadbare. I think I have like 2 more wears of this, but I love it so much. I'm just not ready to release it. Then there were a couple of other things like these slacks I really love. I don't really have a life where I wear pants like this anymore, but they would be good if I got invited to, I don't know, some kind of businessy thing. So I feel like I should keep those. And those were actually given to me as part of a campaign. So I want to talk about that for just a minute. We'll put Lenny in shot, even though the light isn't great, but I love looking at Lenny because he's just so sweet. Here's the thing, and there's that dress that I'm taking to the dry cleaner. You've probably noticed, maybe you haven't noticed, I haven't been doing clothing hauls anymore. I have not worked. There were a couple of different brands that have sent me things over the years that I used to work with. They have reached out and I have declined. And here's why. I am not going to bring you guys hauls if it's not something that I would be purchasing with my own money. And I am really working on curating a wardrobe that I can wear season after season after season. And I'm not doing clothing hauls and I'm not bringing in all kinds of new clothes. So although it's not that I won't ever be buying clothes, but I've made a conscious decision, instead of a video being like sponsored by a clothing brand, when I find a new piece that I really like, I will use, like, I can still get affiliate links for it, but I'm not going to do clothing hauls anymore. What was happening was these brands were sending me a lot of pieces, and I was not wearing them. I ended up with more clothes in my closet that I could possibly wear. Sometimes the brands would send me things like those silk pants that wouldn't necessarily be something I would choose for myself, but it was something they wanted me to highlight. And that didn't set well with me. It felt a little disingenuous. So I'm not doing clothing hauls anymore, and I'm not working directly with clothing brands. Again, I will still, if I purchase something, I will still share the link either on Instagram or through my YouTube video, but it will only be something that I chose, that I picked out, that I wanted to add to my own wardrobe. And quite honestly, at this phase of my life, I have so many clothes, and you can really update and restyle things you already own. And if you bought good quality pieces to begin with, you should find yourself not needing to buy more and more clothes, which I like from a sustainability standpoint. I like from a decluttering standpoint. So we just, in literally 15 minutes yesterday and 15 minutes today, I've released an entire box full of clothing that I will take to the donation center. And that feels really freeing to me. I like having fewer choices in my closet. It just makes getting dressed less stressful. It keeps my mind from being cluttered, and I feel pretty good about it. So I think I have one more rack full that I can go through. And then I also have to go through my sweaters. I have an extensive sweater collection, and it's getting to be sweater weather. So Lenny and I need to do that. So that will be tomorrow's 15 minutes. We will do what's left of the hanging clothes and my sweater collection. Okay, the next segment we're going to work on is sweaters. And I feel like sweaters are kind of my dirty little secret. Like, that's probably overstating it, but I have a sweater problem. I feel like no matter who you are, in your wardrobe, there is a particular subset of items that you have too many of by like a lot. Maybe it's jeans, maybe it's t-shirts, maybe it's dresses. For me, it is knitwear of any kind. I'm obsessed. I don't know why. I've honestly always been this way. So sorting through my sweaters is something that is very overdue. I'm honestly not sure I'm going to get to this entire stack. I will show you the stack. I will not use the word shameful because I love my sweaters, and I may not get rid of any of them. I may keep every single one. And if I choose to do that, it's my business. But I would like to pare down. I keep my sweaters in a little box that goes in front of my window. I bought it at the Container Store. And in the box, I put these little cedar blocks. That makes sure that we don't get any moth holes or anything like that. And it keeps them protected from dust. It's fall now. We're going into the season where I'm going to be wearing them a lot. So I will be pulling my favorites out, and I have a couple of drawers in the closet that they go in, but I have far too many for the available storage space. So I either need to pare down and release completely, or at least pare down and like substitute out. Like, I have some sweaters here that belong to my grandmother that are cashmere, that even though I may not wear them, I want them in my wardrobe. I want to have them. So this is, now you know. If y'all have wondered, like, in this entire Swedish death cleaning process, what's the thing that Jen has too many of? It's sweaters. Also, if you can see in the background, we are still in the process of moving back into the bedroom from the bathroom renovation. So that whole pile is all of Scott's clothes from the closet. So just ignore it. We are in a renovation zone, so we're just going to deal. One other thing I wanted to say, well, two things. The first thing I wanted to say is, I think earlier in this video, I said something about doing this over 5 days. I'm not. I only did it 3 days, maybe 4 days. So that's probably wrong. If I can edit it out, you won't see this part. If I can't, then you will. It's real life here, y'all. This is not a soundstage. But I want to say too, if you have purchased something and you made a mistake because you're a human being, whether that be a color that is really horrible on you, or maybe it's something that's in a really scratchy fabric that you don't ever wear because it's not comfortable. Maybe you bought something on a whim and you've never even worn it, and you probably paid too much money for it. You gotta forgive yourself. And holding on to the item doesn't fix the mistake. It actually makes the mistake 10 times worse, because now you're holding onto something that you're not going to wear. So forgiveness is a great skill in life in general, and I think it's especially important when you are decluttering. Forgive yourself for buying things that you don't love. Forgive yourself for maybe buying something on impulse. Forgive yourself for maybe paying too much for something. You cannot live, shame and decluttering do not play well together. So that would have been something good to open with, is like release any shame you have. And the money that you've spent, and I say this all the time to people, I've said it on the channel, keeping the thing does not make the money come back. So if you don't wear it, if you don't use it, release it. That is where the power lies in this process, is releasing things that you just don't wear. Okay, I'm gonna do this with a music montage because it's just too much. We would literally be here all day, but I'm gonna set you guys up on the desk and let's see. I should set a number. I have set a number for the other two segments. So let's try to release, there's a lot here. I would like to release 10. I would like to release 10. I'm not going to hold myself to that. If I only end up releasing one, it's okay. But I'm going to set an intention that I would like to release 10 pieces of knitwear from my collection that is too big. I actually did pretty good. I still have too many sweaters. So here's why though, and I feel like I show this sweater almost every time I do a closet declutter. This will always be in my possession until it literally, I don't know if cashmere has like a half-life, if it will eventually disappear. But this was, if you can see, made in Scotland, the Marston Company, San Diego, by Lyle and Scott. This was my mother's cashmere sweater. It was purchased probably in maybe 1950. She got it, I believe, when she was in high school. And I absolutely love this sweater. I wear it still. It is this beautiful heathered gray. They do not make cashmere like this anymore. It has somehow avoided any moth holes or any damage, which is kind of incredible, because if 1950 and it is 2024, so do the math. This sweater is a huge piece of my collection, especially with what's going on with Mom. It means a lot to me. I know it may seem silly to some of you that a piece of knitwear would have such sentimental value, but it really does. So this will never leave my closet. I wore this, my mom wore it in high school. I wore it in high school. Then these went out of style, and the fit on it is very, it's gone in and out of style. But I've been able to wear this my entire adult life, and I love it. I did find, and it's in the pile, but my cashmere set that I have from my grandmother, which she did not purchase new. It was purchased from a company called, I think, Apple something. I don't remember. There was a small hole in it, but the woman that owns our dry cleaner is a master magician at sewing holes in knitwear. So I'm going to take it to her, especially since it's black. I don't even think it will show up. So that does need a repair. That's another great reason to do this seasonally, because you can go through and things that need like a button sewn on or a repair done, you can pull them out and go ahead and get it finished. And then you kind of know the condition of all of the pieces that you have. So I am releasing, let me show you, because I've done that every other time, this big, chunky, oversized sweater. I find I just have too many of these that are like, kind of like teacher's sweaters. I like them for in the winter to like throw over sweats and things, but I have too many of them. I'm gonna release this Mickey Christmas sweater, which is oh so very cute, but it's a polyester and I don't like it. I'm releasing this sweater, which actually is from Draper James. It's a beautiful wool sweater, but this black lace detail on the front just isn't me. And as much as I always want to love this sweater. It never quite feels like me when I put it on. I don't know what it is. I just don't love it. This is a sweater from J. Jill. It is merino wool. There is absolutely nothing wrong with it except for the fact that I own like 4 navy blue wool sweaters, so I don't need to keep that one. This is Nick and Zoe. I just never wear it. This is a really beautiful cashmere, but honestly, gray is just not a good color on me. And while I'm growing out my hair to its natural silver glory, I feel like gray is even less of a good color on me. So even though this is beautiful, I'm gonna release this one. This is the that one, Apple Seeds. Apple Seeds is the name of the brand. I am going to put this, because that's a set. This is another, the only time I wear this one is at Thanksgiving because it is kind of fun because of the color of it. But I bought another one last year. You know, I think I am gonna keep this one because it's Steve Madden and it is really cute on Thanksgiving with jeans. And it is very, very, very soft. I am gonna keep this one. So those are the ones we're keeping. We released, let's count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm releasing this little white sweatshirt, 7, and this little gray sweatshirt. So I said 10, and we're releasing 8. So we will take the win. Yeah. That was pretty good. Now I have to put these all back. As I keep saying, we are in the middle of this renovation project, slowly being able to move back into my closet at least. We're not in the bathroom yet, but I'm able to move back into my closet this weekend. Oh my gosh. Okay, that was a pretty good effort. We released a lot of things, far more than I thought we would. I do feel like closet declutters really should be done at least twice, if not 4 times a year. 4 times a year would be great. For me, I generally do it about twice a year because I feel like spring, summer, fall, winter, those are the big shifts for me with my wardrobe. But we got rid of a fair amount and I'm going to drop them off at the donation center. I'm going to feel great about that. Again, it is not about having a lot of things. If you have a lot of things and you enjoy that and you can keep track of them, that is great. It's really for me though about lowering my stress and really appreciating the things that I have and ensuring that my wardrobe doesn't have too many choices. I don't do well with too many choices. I don't need 5 navy blue sweaters to choose from. I think I pared down, I now have 2. I have a lighter weight navy blue and I have a heavier navy blue. So whatever it is that works for you, just make sure that when you go to get dressed in the morning, that your clothes are organized in a way that makes sense, that's intentional, and that you have options to choose from that just kind of don't make you feel more stressed out because there's just too many of them. I will be doing a full reveal for the bathroom renovation. You probably saw a little bit of a sneak peek. They still have about another week to go, and then there's a couple things that need to be ordered. So that video will be coming. So if you're not already subscribed, make sure you are. If you want additional videos, live streams, blog posts from me, and a great community, join us on Patreon, only $5 per month, patreon.com/JenLaForge. And as always, thank you to all of my patrons. This channel would not be possible without them. Whatever you're doing, I hope you're finding joy, and I'll see you in the next video.